All right, it's 8:30. I'm doing this a little bit earlier than, excuse me, a little bit earlier than usual tonight. And that's mostly because we're going to be ripping a box of 1995 Donruss. And that is a very full box of cards. So I'm going to not waste too much time and start getting into the rip. As a quick reminder, though, all entries in this particular break are earning each person that has a team an additional slot into the randomization for the tier 1 player break that we'll be doing. I don't know if we'll get it to this month maybe, or probably, if not this month, certainly next month, but it's coming up fairly soon, so just something to keep in mind. All right, and this is the second sort of pair of boxes from our 2021 Breakers Club number 1. And I'm not going to go through all the teams. They're the same as the last video, with the exception of Ben Martin did pick up the Indians in the meantime. So that is all of the announcements that I have for today. And so we're going to do some bonus packs as always while people filter in. We still have this blaster of 2019 Donruss that I've started. So I'll grab one of those since it's kind of a Donruss theme today. And then I also found in my pack stash a pack of 1990 Upper Deck. And honestly, I just felt like opening it. So let's throw that into the, get that box out of the way. Let's throw that into the pool of cards for today as well. All right, so I want to welcome everyone that's kind of made their way in. Let's start with the Upper Deck 1990. Kind of a neat year. This was their follow-up to their smash hit, I guess you could say, their 1989 set. I'm not sure what we have. Okay, so we start with a checklist. Get rid of the trash here. And Upper Deck checklists are numbered as part of the base set, which is something that I usually appreciate in a set. And then we've got Baseball Hero. Oh, cards are going every which way here. All right, so we've got even more appreciated are these team checklists, which I always thought were cool when I was a kid. So for the Blue Jays, we have one. And we have, for the Yankees, Steve Sachs. And then we've got Ron Kittle. And you can see, if you haven't really paid much attention to it, for 1990 Upper Deck, it's a pretty basic design. I like the large team logo. And you get a secondary photo on the back, and as with lots of Upper Deck sets, sometimes the photo on the back is actually the better photo. I mean, this particular card of Cecil, both are pretty nice, but sometimes the back photos are better. We've got Mike Harkey, Kevin Elster. The sticker just popped out. It is going to the Houston Astros. Another thing I loved about early Upper Deck were these hologram stickers. This one appears to be in pretty good shape. Dave Anderson for the Dodgers. Never heard of Dave Anderson. Brian Smith for the Expos. I'll go to the National slot. We have Trevor Wilson for the Giants. Celebratory shot there. Dave Stieb or Stieb, I don't know. A nice Harold Baines. Doug Descenzo. Dave Smith for the Astros. And that's why I didn't know what it was. A Baseball Heroes checklist. This is the cover card for, I believe it's Reggie Jackson, who is in there. And I might be wrong about this, but I believe that the cover cards are actually short prints, as compared to, I know they are short prints in some of the other Upper Deck sets, for instance 1992, because I'm actually collecting that one. So this might actually be a pretty nice pull, all things considered, out of a pack of 90. Hey Carrie, glad you could make it, even if it's only for a little bit. We're just ripping through the couple of bonus packs, and then we're going to start the real break. I mean, these are real too, don't get me wrong. We've got Chris Sale for Boston. Nice Whit Merrifield Diamond King. We have a Trevor Story. He can't be feeling good right now with what the Rockies have done. Alex Bregman. Corbin Burns from Milwaukee, rated rookie. Manny Machado for the Dodgers. Joey Votto for my Reds. And Sean Reed Foley for Toronto. All right, so those are your bonus packs for today. Again, all bonus packs will be added to the group break. And let's see if we can't rip through this rather full, large box of Donruss. Oops, I can't do that. The packs are going to fall out. We've got tons and tons and tons of cards here. And in fact, I think it's going to be easiest for me to take the packs out first. So let me try to do that. Stack them up right here. Now that is what I call a box of cards. That is a very healthy stack we have to rip through tonight. All right, so here's what your pack wrapper looks like. You don't often see a Houston Astro on pack wrapper cover. I don't think I know who that. Oh, it's Jeff Bagwell. I believe that's Bagwell. Could be wrong about that. I think that's who that is. It was Barry Bonds on the cover of the box. All right, so we start off with a Raul Mondesi. That's what your base card looks like. We've got a rated rookie, Corey Bailey, Anthony Young, Chris Turner, Joe Ossunio, Randy Velarde for the Yankees. The Marlins get Jeff Conine, Mark Newfield for Seattle, Steve Carsoni, Paul Wagner for Pittsburgh. There's a nice Eddie Murray for the Indians, holding batting gloves. I was trying to see what he was holding there. And pack number 1, Dave Madigan for the Marlins. The box does advertise some like potential special insert filled packs. I couldn't find a lot more information about that other than what it kind of said in the box, but supposedly there are. And we should also get a press proof card. They're 1 in 24. A Diamond King cards are 1 in 10, and Dominators are 1 in 24. And then there are super packs that contain 9 Dominator cards, which are 1 in 90. So those are what we're sort of chasing. All right, Pedro Estacio, Harold Baines, Andrew Lorraine for the Angels, Manny Ramirez, very nice card of Manny, Bernard Gilkey, Andy Van Slyke. We've got a checklist card here, 1,000 career RBIs for, I do believe that's Joe Carter. Probably says on the back. It does not say on the back, but I'm pretty sure that's who I'm staring at there. Let's see. Doug Strange, Jack McDowell, Roger Mason. It is hard to read these with the foil in my lighting. Wally Joyner and Bobby Witt. Gary, I'll try to get you some Cardinals before you have to leave. Do my best. I usually have no shortage of or no trouble pulling Cardinals, since as a Reds fan, it seems to be the Cardinals gravitate towards me. Ross Davis. There's Andres Galarraga. BJ Surhoff. Pat Mahomes. Mike Fetters. Chris Carpenter. Ramon Martinez. There's a Cardinal. Bob Tewksbury. Sean Green. Chili Davis. John Olerud. And Greg Harris. Yeah, I decided to bump this stream up. Like I said, the box of Donruss is very full. I'm guessing there are people that don't really want to sit through the entire box of Donruss, but hopefully those of you that do will be rewarded with a really cool playoff honors 2004 box. And I think this is a great box for set collectors and team collectors. So definitely worth including in the break, but it is going to be a lot of cards. So I will try to go as quickly as I can. Kevin Young, Damon Buford, Shane Mack for the Twins, Mike Devereaux, Bill Taylor, Bill Swift, Mark McLemore, Jay Buhner for the Mariners, Ricky Gutierrez, Florida's on the board with Chris Hammond, Scott Fletcher for the Red Sox, and we have a Donruss Dominators center field. There's a remove protective film card, but this is Ken Griffey Jr. for the Mariners. We've got for Cleveland, Kenny Lofton, and for the Expos, Marquise Grissom. Let's see here. All three of those teams, I believe, are claimed. The Expos are claimed. The Mariners, I'm pretty sure, are claimed. Yes, and the Indians were claimed as well. So this card will be randomized between the three teams, and then that will go into their respective teams' pile. That's pretty cool. All right, we will randomize that at the end of this box break. I'll go get some dice. I like that card. That's the first time I've seen one of those, actually, in person. I did not buy this set as a kid. Mike Greenwell, Kenny Rogers, Terry Steinbeck, Luis Polonia, Rich Rowland, Dave Burba for the Giants, another Cardinal, Todd Zeal, Felix Furman, Josh Hernandez, Tony Pena, Brett Saberhagen, and Melvin Nieves. So is anyone out there playing along with the stock market this week? That's all I've been hearing about. Next pack, Bill Wegman, Fred McGriff for the Braves, Scott Sanders, Jeremy Hernandez for Texas, Roger Pavlik, Mike Morgan for the Cubs, Melito Perez, Tom Henke, Jody Reed. That's kind of a cool card for the Brewers. There's some good photos in this set. Greg Myers. We've got 1,000 career RBIs for Mattingly. And for the Astros, Darryl Kyle. Yeah, I did buy a little bit of the AMC stock. I'm not in it for a whole lot, but the way I looked at it is it gave me some entertainment for the week for sure. All right, for the Reds, some guy I've never heard of, Brian Dorsett, Kurt Leskanik for the Rockies, Rael Cormier, John Wetland, Bo Jackson. Oh, we have a Diamond King, Tony Gwynn. All right, my initial impression is this is not my favorite Diamond King design that I've ever seen. I'm going to be honest about that. Not the worst sort of drawing / sketch, but yeah, I'm in for AMC probably right around there as well. Stan Javier, Tony Phillips, Tony Tarasco, Craig Biggio, John Roper for the Reds, and Benito Santiago. I bought a little bit, I think at 15, and then I bought a little bit more after it crashed a ways 2 days ago. So I think I got my average down to 13 or 14, something like that. I don't think I'll be making my money back on it, but we'll see. A nice Greg Maddux for the Braves. Greg Swindell. Under here is Cedeno. Derek Bell. Dave Fleming. Darren Dalton. Ricky Jordan. Mark Einhorn. Ben McDonald, both for the Orioles there. Kevin Gross. Jeff Nelson. And Eric Plunk. You went all out then. I didn't go for any of the other ones. I stayed far, far, far away from GameStop. That one was, there was just no way for me. I didn't know BlackBerry was still a company, so I wasn't going to go there either, just because. AMC, I mean, worst case scenario, if I don't sell it, as long as, you know, COVID sort of goes away and people start going back to the movies, I mean, the stock should get real value in the future. So I didn't mind buying it. Russ Davis, Andres Galarraga, BJ Surhoff, Pat Mahomes, Mike Fetters, Dave Burba, Mark McLemore, Bob Tewksbury for the Cardinals, Sean Green, yeah, to the moon, Chili Davis, John Olerud, and Greg Harris. Yeah, the only thing that's going to the moon really, but it's just cratering, which I don't think is what they meant. But that's all that's happening. I did see a little bit of Mark Cuban's thing that he did. I guess he did a Q&A or something like that on Reddit today. But I saw his interview that he later did with, I don't know, CNN or somebody, where he basically tried to talk about what he said in his Q&A. Damon Buford, Shane Mack, Mike Devereaux, Bill Taylor, Mike Morgan, Todd Zeal, Jay Buhner. I feel like we're getting a lot of duplicates already. Ricky Gutierrez, Chris Hammond, Scott Hatcher, Melvin Nieves. Yeah, to the moon, to the moon. Oh, if only it were easy to get rich, you know? Mike Greenwell, Kenny Rogers, Terry Steinbach, Luis Polonia, Rich Rowland, Darren Dalton, Melito Perez, Felix Furman, Jose Hernandez, Tony Pena, Brett Saberhagen, Darryl Kyle. Yeah, I invested so little. I forget exactly how many stocks I ended up purchasing. They weren't very expensive, but not too many. I know enough that it could double in price or it could go to zero, and it wouldn't really do much for me either way. So, I'm just watching it. Bill Wegman, Fred McGriff again. I think we pulled that card already as well. Let's see here. Scott Sanders, Jeremy Hernandez, Roger Pavlik, Roberto Mieja, Stan Javier. Stan Javier stuck to a card. There we go. Tom Henke, Jody Reed, Greg Myers, another checklist of Mattingly, and Benito Santiago. Yeah, it's worth the price of admission, really, just to read the Wall Street's bets. I mean, you got to be, you can't be sensitive, that's for sure, if you're reading it, but it's definitely entertaining. Brian Dorsett, Kurt Laskanik, Real Cormier, John Wetland, Bo Jackson. Oh, we have another Diamond King. Well, sort of. Well, if you ever want to know what Dick Perez looked like, the rather famous artist for Dunner's Diamond Kings, there you go. One of you lucky people will end up with this Diamond King card of the artist. We will just randomize that when I pack all the or sort all the cards at the end of this break. Ricky Jordan, Tony Phillips, Tony Tarasco, Craig Biggio, John Roper, and Eric Plunk. Yeah, the Diamond King checklist. I mean, we're hitting gold. There's gold in those packs today. Greg Maddux, Greg Swindell, Andujar Cedeno, Derek Bell, Dave Fleming, Pat Borders, Andre Dawson, Mark Einhorn, Ben McDonald, Kevin Gross, Jeff Nelson, and Kirk Ruffer. Kirk Reuter. Yeah, I chose this box of Donruss to include one. I was looking online for a box that just had a lot of base cards, and this fit the bill there. Two, well, before I skip over it, there's a nice Ken Griffey Jr. Very nice. And then I figured that, you know, many of you are roughly the same age as me, and you probably, if you were like me, 95 Donruss was a set that at least I certainly skipped over, so I figured most of these might be new for people. Craig Grobrick, Scott Sanderson, Tommy Green, although judging from the packs we're opening, you're going to end up with 2 or 3 copies of a lot of cards, it seems like. That was a nice. Bernie Williams, Steve Howe, Tim Haynes, Robbie Thompson, Billy Hatcher as a Philly, Ryan Thompson, Dan Michelli, rated rookie, and Terry Pendleton. I do like the design. Okay, I would get rid of the foil because that just annoys me, but the little home plate inset with the extra photo, I do like that. I've never heard of Stash. Born 2 years after. Yeah, I said that most people seem to be around my age. Not everybody. I know. I'm old. I know. My college students remind me that on a daily basis. Kevin Napier, Brian Harvey, Tom Brunowski, Joe Rover, or Bover rather, Kenny Lofton, Brett Butler, Dave Madigan, Chuck Finley, John Smoltz, Geronimo Pena, escaping Pedro Munoz, and Eric Karros. Frankly, we need more young collectors, so I'm happy anytime I can get anyone involved with collecting that's younger than me. That's a good thing for the hobby, for sure. So bring on the young people. Reggie Jefferson, Mickey Tettleton, another red for me, Jeff Brantley, Bob Hamelin. Boy, he was supposed to be good and just never quite put it all together. Kirby Puckett, he was good. Larry Walker, also very good. Bobby Witt, Tim Salmon, got a lot of good ones in this pack. Al Leiter, Mark McGuire, Jeffrey Brown, and Jeff Conine. I mean, throw that Griffey in there, and that's basically all the stars. At least all the stars we've pulled so far. Speaking of Griffey, here he is again. Second one of those out of the box. Greg Gerbic, Scott Sanderson, Tommy Green, Bernie Williams, Roberto Mieja, Henry Dawson, Robbie Thompson, Billy Hatcher, Ryan Thompson, Dan Michelli, and Kirk Reuter. Would be nice to get one of those fancy packs that are full of all the inserts. That'd be cool. I see another checklist. Get excited, people. Eric Young, Rondell White. I am a sucker for these dugout shots. Stadium Club does this a lot, and I always love them. So I like that card a lot. Rafael Palmeiro, Dennis Eckersley. Oh, I said his name yet. Helen Trammell, Lou Frazier, Greg Harris, Paul Shuey, Greg Colburn, Pete Smith, Bill Gullickson, and Joe Carter. Yeah, I feel like people that follow baseball, you would think that baseball cards would be a fairly natural extension of that, but it doesn't always seem to be the case. Kerry, glad you can make a good chunk of the Dunner's box at least, and hopefully we'll get something good for you out of the playoffs. Thanks for stopping in. Andy Bennis, Tim Wallach, Rico Bronya, Jim Abbott, Robin Ventura, Tom Gordon. Oh, here's our press proof. Ivan Rodriguez. That's going to make somebody happy. Press proof. Those are, I believe, the box hit. If I'm not mistaken, isn't that what I said? 1 in 24. Very nice. Could do a lot worse with this checklist. Jim Larritz, Greg Jeffries, Randy Myers, Brian Harper, and Ramon Martinez. Who has the Rangers in this one? Ben Morris. Ben, I don't know if you saw that pudge. Hopefully if you needed it, you have it. Mike Benjamin, Mariano Duncan, Wade Boggs, Rusty Greer, Scott Ruffcorn, Rusty Meacham, Melvin Nieves, Pat Leistash, David Wells. Again, I'm going as fast as I can here. Dave Hollins, Jeff Rabelais, and Mark McLemore. Only a few more packs before we get to the more exciting box for the video, I'm assuming. Tuffy Rhodes, Jose Canseco as a Ranger, Mark Wohlers, Joe Girardi, Hippolyte Ricciardo for the Royals, Darren Bragg, Darren Kyle, Ken Caminiti. Hey, Deion Sanders, that's a new one. Roger Clemens, Bip Roberts, and Todd Zeal for the Cardinals. Check didn't want to open. Papers. I don't think I showed off the back of the cards. That's what the standard card back looks like. I like the large team logo. In fact, I'll probably sort these cards upside down because that's going to be a lot quicker. All right, we've got Scott Brocious, Doug Drabeck, Carlos Polito, Willie Banks, Juan Samuel, Darren Jackson, Benito Santiago, Moises Alou, Chip Hale, Butch Henry, Derek May, and Melito Perez. Anyone have any thoughts on the Major League Baseball season? Players Association saying that they rejected the owner's proposal, and so they want the full season starting, as always, at the same time. Jason Berry, David West, Chris Bosio, Matt Williams, Dave Stewart. We have another Diamond King. This one, Kirby Puckett for the Twins. Let's see, Eric Plunk, Todd Worrell, Scott Cooper, Kirk McCaskill, Mike McFarland, and Stan Javier. I guess my understanding of why the players rejected the proposal was that they weren't going to get any more of the playoff money, even though they weren't going to lose any money from their salaries for the regular season despite playing fewer games. So we've got Chili Davis there. Craig Shipley, Orlando Merced, Mike Lavari, oh, good, Ben. I'm glad you saw the punch. Jeff Branson, Don Slott, Kirk Roulette, Ruben Sierra. I figure for as long as I'm going through all these packs, people are probably just kind of on background noise for most people at the moment. Kevin Mitchell, Zane Smith, Daryl Hamilton, and Ricky Jordan. I know I've sat through enough card breaks that I've been in but not hosting where, you know, you're multitasking, you're doing other things, especially if a box, you know, has lots and lots of base cards like this one. Lenny Webster. A lot of guys I just don't know in this set. John Franco, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. Todd Stottlemyre, Jeff Blauser, Mark Smith, Devon White, Terry Pendleton, Bruce Ruffin, Kevin Bass. And there's a regular Ivan Rodriguez. Standard base. Charlie O'Brien. And Andre Dawson. So we have this pack, and then let me get some of these, put those back away, and then we've got the ones on top of the box there. And then we'll be on to playoff honors, which should have multiple hits in the box, according to what the box says at least. Tim Belcher, Cal Eldred, Joe Carter, Mark Grace, Paul Sorrento, Lenny Harris, new one for me, Eric Karros, Terry Mulholland, Tony Longmire, Mike Jackson, Tony Eusebio, and Tim Myers. All right, so that's what we have left. Taking me about half an hour to get through this, reading off every single name from every single pack. Mike Benjamin, Mariano Duncan, Wade Boggs, Rusty Greer, rated rookie, probably one of the better rated rookies in the set. Scott Ruffcorn, Darren Jackson, Darryl Kyle, Pat Listash, David Wells, Dave Hollins, Jeff Rebele, and Todd Zeal. I meant to look before this break started whether Barry Larkin has a card in Series 2 or not. I don't actually know. I'm guessing at this point he doesn't. Tuffy Rhodes, Jose Canseco. Since I feel like we aren't playing a lot of new guys, but maybe he does. Mark Wohlers, Joe Girardi, Hippolito Ricciardo, Don Slott, Benito Santiago, again. Ken Caminiti, another Deion Sanders, Roger Clemens, Biff Roberts, and Melito Perez. I do know that the Playoff Honors has all sorts of cool stuff possible. And I'm going to get my dice to randomize this card before or when this first box is over. And I may need the dice for this one because there are some dual, and I don't know if there's triple, but I know there's some quad relics and stuff on there that feature different teams. So we might need them. Scott Brocious, Doug Drabeck for the Astros, Carlos Pujido, Willie Banks, Juan Samuel. Cards are escaping my hand here. Eric Plunk. That was Devon White. Moises Alou, Chip Hale, Butch Henry, Derek May, and San Javier. Let's see. So the Elite are 1 in 180 packs. Press Proof 1 in 24. Diamond Kings 1 in 10. Dominators 1 in 24. So we have a shot at getting maybe one more of those, couple of those inserts. Jason Burb, David West, Chris Bosio, Matt Williams, Dave Stewart, Kirk Reuter, Todd Worrell, Scott Cooper, Kirk McCaskill, Mike McFarland, Ricky Jordan. As the group break host, I'm looking forward to this box being over. I was not particularly looking forward to having to go through this many names. There's another Chili Davis checklist. Craig Shipley, Orlando Merced, Mike Lavari, Jeff Branson, Lenny Harris, back-to-back Reds, Terry Pendleton, Ruben Sierra, Kevin Mitchell, third red, Zane Smith, Darryl Hamilton, Andre Dawson. All right, Lenny Webster, John Franco, Todd Stottlemyre, Jeff Blauser, Mark Smith, rated rookie, Randy Velarde, Eric Karros, Bruce Ruffin, Kevin Bass, another Pudge, another Charlie O'Brien, Tim Hanks. The one thing I will say is it is nice to open a mid-90s product that's not sticking together for the most part. Tim Belcher, Cal Eldred, Joe Carter, Mark Grace, Paul Sorrento, Andy Van Slyke, Jeff Conine, Terry Mulholland, another insert in this pack, Terry Longmire, Mike Jackson, Tony Eusebio, and we have Donruss Dominators right field, Kirby Puckett, Tony Gwynn, and Paul O'Neill. The Twins were not claimed, so since the Yankees and the Padres both were claimed, and I have the Twins, I'm going to forego my portion of this card. So this will be a 50-50 split between the Yankees and the Padres. And again, we'll randomize now both of those cards before I get to the playoff honors. And that's cool to pull two of the rarer inserts. They're 1 in 24 packs, so you get yes, you'd expect if you open, what, 3 boxes to get, no, if you open 2 boxes, you'd expect to get 3 of them. I think that my math is right on that one. Paul Mondesi, Corey Bailey, Anthony Young, Chris Turner, Joe Arsenio, Chris Carpenter, checklist of Joe Carter, Mark Newfield, Steve Scarsoni, Paul Wagner, Eddie Murray, and Dave Madigan. And our last pack out of this whole box of Donruss. Whew, that was a lot. We have Pedro Stasio, Harold Baines, Andrew Lorraine, Manny Ramirez, Bernard Gilkey, Bill Swift, Ramon Martinez, Doug Strange, Jack McDowell, Roger Mason, Wally Joyner, and our last card for the Athletics, Bobby Witt. All right, let me go grab some dice real quick. I'll be right back. think I said this last time, but I teach a class called the Math of Games and Gambling, so I usually do have dice around. All right, so let's go through the hits of this box. And again, this was a box for base cards, and that was the whole point, but there are still some hits here. So we got a Kirby Puckett Diamond King. I'll just leave these as we go. We had the press proof of Pudge Rodriguez. That's what the back of that looks like. The press proofs are supposed to be the first 2,000 printed. So although it's not specifically serially numbered, it is apparently out of 2,000. We had the Diamond King checklist of Dick Perez. Some lucky person will end up with that. And we had Tony Gwynn, Diamond King for the Padres. Okay. So we have two of these Donruss Dominator cards that come with a protective film on them. The first, Griffey, Lofton, Grissom. What I'm going to do is I'm going to roll a 6-sided die. Actually, let me get the blue one. That might show up on the camera better. So this is the 6-sided die. And we're going to keep it simple. So if I roll a 1 or a 2, it'll go to the Mariners. If I roll a 3 or a 4, to the Indians. And if I roll a 5 or 6, it will go to the Expos team slot. And again, all 3 of these team slots were claimed. So get these out of the way. So again, 1 and 2 to the Mariners. 3 and 4 to the Indians. 5 and 6 to the Expos. So I will roll the die. See it rolling around. And I think I need to move. I was going to see if I can move that thing. I can't seem to figure that out quickly, so I'll just pick the camera up so everyone can see it without me touching it. It was a 2. So that will go to the Mariners. So the Ken Griffey Jr., who is arguably, not arguably, definitely the biggest star of those 3. This will go to the Mariners slot. I'll make a quick note of that. All right. And for our second triple card, this one had Kirby Puckett of the Twins, Paul O'Neill of the Yankees, and Tony Gwynn of the Padres. As I said a few minutes ago, the Twins were not claimed. They're technically mine, but I'm going to forego this card. So this we're going to basically be rolling between just the Yankees and the Padres. So I'm going to do the same thing before, except this time if it's a 1, a 2, or a 3, it'll go to the Yankees. 4, 5, or 6 to the Padres. So again, I'll roll this. And we rolled another 2. And so this will go to the Yankees. So that will go to the Yankees. All right. That does it for this box of Donruss. Let me get that out of the way. That's going to be a lot of sorting. And we will now start with what is probably the main event for most of us. Let me fix my camera here now. Our box of 2004 playoff honors. I wasn't really collecting cards in 2004. This was, just to prove how old I am, this was the middle of my college days. I didn't have much money at all, and I assure you what little money I had was going to lots of things that were not baseball card related. So for me, these will be all new. Here's what your box looks like. I do like that playoff typically does give you a checklist, and we have checklist here. I also have this pulled up on TCDB right now in case I get stumped by something. Hopefully I can find the answer, or better yet, while I open the packs, hopefully one of you can find the answer for me. There should be, according to the box, I don't know if you're going to be able to make that out, but it does say look for 2 game-used memorabilia or autographed cards per box on average. There are 12 packs, 6 cards per pack. And so that's kind of what we're looking for. If we pull a multi-team card out of any of these, we will randomize them. If it's anything other than a base card, I will randomize them on video. Base cards I typically just do at the end because it's not worth trying to take the time. But good luck to everybody. Let's hope we get something really cool. Okay. So like I said, this design, I'm not even sure. I think I have seen, I might have, I think Barry Larkin has a base card in this. I might have that card actually now that I've seen the design, but I could be wrong. We start with, for the Mets, Lenny Dykstra. And I will go a little bit slower this time so everyone can see. There's fewer cards in these. This is definitely the main event for the night. For the Dodgers, Sean Green. We have our very first multi-team card. Derek Jeter for the Yankees and Jason Giambi for the Athletics. Both teams claim, so I will randomize this at the end of this break. It is serially numbered out of 1992. 0997 out of 1992. If I catch the light just right, you can see that. So that's pretty nice. We will randomize that. Let's put that right there so we don't forget. We have a dummy card, which I use for packing materials. Manny Ramirez. It's a nice Manny. Angel Baroa. And Joe Borchard. So one pack in, one serially numbered Derek Jeter card already, although 50-50 chance it doesn't go to the Yankees. Rich Aurelia, Torrey Hunter. That's pretty cool. Shannon Stewart. I like that card though. I like the picture. That's sharp. We have a number out of 50 certificate of authenticity, and I can see it's for the Reds, of Adam Dunn. So that's something. Numbered out of only 50. Pretty cool. Jay Gibbons, Chris Burke, and Brendan Harris. I'll be honest, I don't usually pull Reds hits, but I do get in a group break, unless it's a Barry Larkin, then all bets are off. I do get a little bit like, I wish it was for a different team feeling, which I guess is natural as the host. Jason Schmidt for the Giants. Bobby Abreu. Prime Signatures, Lou Brock. Numbered out of 2500. 0921 out of 2500. Now it's called Prime Signatures, and it looks like there should be a signature there, but there is not. I think that is actually by design, though. I think I remember reading that the Prime Signatures are actually not autographed. I don't think we got an error. Yeah. Prime Signatures are not actually signed. So just a weird naming convention. But numbered out 2500. So Kerry had to leave, but he had the Cardinals, so he'll be happy with that one, I'm sure. Another dummy card. But Robbie Hammock, Kurt Schilling, and Morgan Ensberg. What do we think? Is Schilling going to make the Hall of Fame ever? I saw that he removed his name from consideration for his last year on the writers vote. There's a Duke Snyder for the Dodgers. It's a nice looking card. Barry Zito, Chad Gaudin, another dummy card. Garrett Anderson, Ken Griffey Jr. for my Reds, and Mike Lowell. All right, Tom Glavine for the Mets, Brett Boone for the Mariners. We have a Fans of the Game, Corbin Burnson for the Dodgers. Not serially numbered. Going to the Dodgers. Another dummy card. Ryan Sandberg, Chicago Cubs. Brian Bruni and CC Sabathia. I think the rookies in this, there might be rookies that are short printed in this. We have a nice Alex Rodriguez, Chris Snelling, Jacques Jones. We have out of 10, number 5 out of 10 for the Oakland A's, Mark Mulder. Piece of the game, dual relic and autograph. Look at that beauty. Going to the A's. Mitch Anglin, that is yours. We've got a game-used bat, a game-used jersey, and an autograph. All of Mark Mulder. And it's numbered out of only 10. That's pretty cool. Very nice. Trot Nixon. Oops. This card stuck to the back of Trot Nixon. George Brett for the Royals. And there's Adam Dunn's base card. So that's a nice hit. A dual relic auto combination. Will Clark, Scott Pasednik. For the Astros, we have a Champions of Lance Berkman. And you gotta love Dunners because they number so many of their inserts. 66 out of 2002. Joe Creedy, Roberto Alomar. I don't know where that was taken, some Little League park. And Jeff Baker. Yeah, that's a really good hit that we just got. Seems to be a pretty long delay tonight between my stream and the comments coming in, so apologies if it sounds like I'm responding a pack or two late. Dan Heron, Nick Johnson. We have a rookie, Renyel Pinto for the Cubs, but the rookies are numbered, even though it's part of the base set. And if I can catch the light in that just right, you might be able to make it. There we go. 919 out of 1999 for Chicago. A dummy card also for the Cubs, Derek Lee. That's a cool image. I like that one. Tim Salmon and Ryan Wagner. Pretty much failed pitcher for the Reds. But we've had a lot of pitchers over the years that were supposed to be good that just didn't pan out at all. Marlon Byrd, Guillermo Quirez. Oh, we have for the Angels, playoff honors credits. This is a parallel, numbered 35. Catch the light there. See that? There we go. 35 out of 100. That's sharp looking. It's got like a kind of an extra shimmer to it. Let's go into the Angels. Who has the Angels? Adam Kenninger picked up the Angels. Richard Hidalgo, Sammy Sosa, and Luis Gonzalez. 3 more packs. I think these are fun to open because you just almost every pack has something in it, even if it's not a quote-unquote hit. All right, we've got Ryan Klesko for the Padres. Hong-Chi Koo for the Dodgers. Tim Hudson, base card for the Athletics. We have another relic. This one is going to the Red Sox, numbered out of only 100. 89 out of 100. And we have a relic of Manny Ramirez. How about that? Going to Boston, Shane Salmonson. Grab the Red Sox in this Breakers Club break. That's pretty sharp. Dale Murphy. Andre Dawson, and Juan Gonzalez. 2 more packs. So the box said only 2 relics or autographs expected, and we've already pulled 3 with 2 packs remaining. So no complaints about that. We've got Kevin Brown for the Yankees, Scott Rowland for the Cardinals. We have a playoff honor prime signature card of Don Mattingly, our second prime signature out of the box. These are numbered out 2,500. And again, if I can get the light to catch just right, you might be able to read it. That's 2033 out of 2,500. You might have to just take my word for that. Can't get it to line up just right. There, that's about as good as I can do. Dummy card. Jeremy Guthrie for the Indians. A nice Warren Spahn for the Braves. And Juan Pierre for the Fish. The Marlins. And last but hopefully not least, our final pack. Let's put the insert at the end just to save that for last. We have a dummy card. We have Austin Kearns, Adam LaRoche, Preston Wilson, Alfonso Soriano for the Rangers, Don Mattingly for the Yankees, and our 4th hit of the box for the Astros, Fernando Nieve, rookie autograph. And that is also numbered out of, in this case, 1,000. There, the light caught it nicely there. You can see that, hopefully. This is 0809, 809 out of 1,000. So we ended up with 4 hits in this box. Again, these playoff boxes, they're expensive, but there's a reason why. They're loaded with really cool stuff. All right, let's quickly recap, and then we'll do the randomization. So we had prime signature cards of, what was the other one? We had 2 of them. That's right here. So we had 1 of Lou Brock. This was numbered 921 out of 2,500. We had a prime signature of Don Mattingly, numbered 2033 out of 2,500. We had the credits parallel, Tim Salmon, numbered 35 out of 100. We had the rookie card of Renyel Pinto, numbered out of 919 out of 1999 for the Cubs. The Astros were on the board with the Lance Berkman RBI champion, numbered 66 out of 2002. And the Dodgers scored a fans of the game of Corbin Burnson. That one is not numbered. Our hits were the just pulled Astro of Fernando Nieve autograph, numbered 0809 out of 1,000. We had the, the piece of the game Manny Ramirez for the Red Sox, numbered 89 out of 100. We had the big hit of the box, the autograph dual relic of Mark Mulder, numbered out of 10. That's number 5 out of 10. And we pulled a Adam Dunn relic, numbered 11 out of 50. So we ended up with 4 hits, 2 autographs, and 3 relics. Of course, the one counting for both since it was an auto and relic. And then we had the class reunion, draft class of 1992, Derek Jeter, Jason Giambi card. This is number 997 out of 1992. And I need to randomize this. So just like before, we're going to roll the die. Let me get these cards out of the way so I don't roll the die on top of them. We're going to go with 1, 2, and 3 on my 6-sided die going to the Yankees, and a 4, 5, and 6 on my 6-sided die will go to the A's. So here's the die. We'll give it a roll. And we have a 5. A 5 goes to the A's. So this Jason Giambi is going to the Oakland Athletics. So again, that is numbered 0997 on 1992. And Mitch, that's going to you for the Athletics. And the Yankees, who had the Yankees? Kenneth Riddle had the Yankees, so I'm not sure. Kenneth maybe wants the Derek Jeter here. Maybe you guys can work out a swap, but the randomization sends us off to Oakland. All right, well, that is it for tonight's break. Next week, we'll be back with 2 more boxes, and we'll continue to do that for a couple more weeks. Topps 2021 Series 1 boxes should be released this month, and as soon as I get that in, that is part of this particular group break as a whole, so we will bust that basically as soon as that comes in. I know many people are anxious to see the new cards, including myself. But yeah, that's it for tonight. Thanks to all of you for watching. Appreciate the people jumping in and chatting and everything. And I will see you guys in a bit. That's all for now. Goodbye.